What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. I am one of your hosts, Marshall, along with Colin, Donnie, and Dallas. We are through 11 weeks of the NFL season. Talk about some of the games that happened this week. We'll talk about the picks that we made. We'll talk about just some news and then generic stuff going around the NFL. Maybe just chit chat about some random stuff that we are going to talk about. And then we'll get into week 12 and we'll talk about that. And then probably do some trivia and some bets later. So, going into our predictions, it was a very rough week. I would say compared to the weeks we've had. But that 4 o'clock slate was rough. But for all the teams that lost. But in last place is a tie, and I am one of those people. No surprise there.
Really?
But it is a tie between me and Dallas at 8-6.
Yo,
the mighty have fallen. Wait,
Well,
what was the record?
we'll see the
8 and
overall.
6.
8-6. 8-6.
Okay.
Well,
I know.
Second place was Colin at 9-5,
Yo,
and Donnie in first place at 10-4.
pack it up. It's
10
over.
and 4.
Hack it up is over.
So we all
That's weird.
we all picked the Eagles. We all picked the Dolphins. Colin picked the Browns, and
Browns.
we all picked the Saints. So he was lone wolf them. I lone wolf Indy, and they won. You guys all picked the Jets. Donnie, lone wolf the Titans. Yeah,
I was 10 votes. I bet on the Titans, dude. I had so
Yep.
much unworthy faith in them this week.
I lone wolfed Chicago and I should be 9-5 right now. Fucking, we'll get into that. I lone wolf the Jags for obvious reasons. So, we all picked the Rams. The Dallas lone wolfed the Ravens and they lost. And then this is where like things got ugly. We all picked the 49ers. Colin lone wolf Denver. Huge one there. So good job, Colin.
I was
and
very
then
right about that.
we all picked Kansas City. And then
We
it was
all picked Kansas City.
yes.
I did it
That's
just
kinda
because
cool.
I think it would have been so funny for their first loss to be at
The
Carolina
Panthers.
this week.
We split. Colin and Donnie picked the Chargers, and then we all picked Houston. So, but overall, still a good week. Not too bad. So let me find them. I gotta scroll back a little bit to the overall records. All right, week 11. So, all right. So in first place, or I'll start in last place, and this might be a shocker to you guys. It is me. I know, it's crazy.
Really?
What?
No, I am 88-77. I am
did
now
you
going
double
positive
check?
though.
Did you
I'm
double
not,
check?
I'm not gonna Colin. Yes, I double checked 152 times.
Recount.
I'm 88-77. So I got a
Alright,
positive record now.
alright.
Third place is Donnie at 96-69. He's 8 games ahead of me.
Nice.
Solid.
Solid.
Shut up. Second place is Colin at 105-61.
God damn.
And then
Yeah, between us.
and yeah, so he's would be 9 games ahead of you. And then Dallas in first place at 110-56, 5 games
Damn.
ahead of Colin. So
I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of boring. There's too much of a gap between all of us. Where
Yeah.
it's like,
I mean, it's really
Hey,
Colin and
one bad
catch
week.
anyone.
One bad week.
wait, what's the difference between me and you, Marshall?
the difference between me and you is 8, and then the difference between you and Colin is 9. Difference between Colin and Dallas is 5.
I
The
feel like
different-
I'm close enough that if Dallas has like a bad week or two, I can catch
Mhm.
right up.
The difference
Definitely.
between me and Dallas is 22 games.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah,
Dallas is
Damn.
about to go on a tear the last month of the
Hey.
season.
what y'all know. it's about to happen. But yeah,
Undefeated month.
those are the
Marshall
overall
curse is
records.
over.
It's so hard because even if you go on a tear, you're gonna be maybe 3 games better than everybody else. Like Marshall could literally win picks by 2 games the rest of the year, and fucking still not get close to first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's I'm out of the realm of possibility. I took third because last year Donnie won, Dallas took second, I took third, Colin took last, so I'm gonna take last this year. But yeah, so those were the picks. I will probably update us again in week 14 or 15, and then after that, probably go all the way to the end, and we'll see who won. It seems like it's a battle between Dallas and Colin, but you never know what could happen. So this man Dallas could say, "Fuck it, I'm picking all underdogs this week," or
I think you should.
yeah, that's it. So getting into the NFL week.
Then we'll really never catch him.
Getting into the NFL week, starting out with the Lions. Basically, kind of a bye week, I would say, for the Lions. Good bye week. Got some good practice in. As Kirby said in his interview, we put BTA, is what he said, and that shit was funny. So I mean, that's basically what happened. I was at the game, and it's one of those things. As soon as I watched the game, I said, "This is gonna be one of those TikToks you see where did
you stay for the full 4 quarters?
I left at 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Got it.
So once they put backups in, and then they put backups in, and I was actually gonna leave with 6 minutes left, but I ain't gonna lie, and like as a fellow, I didn't hit any of my bets, but as a fellow bettor, I was, and her being my girlfriend, obviously, I was proud of the bet she hit, but I was also like, damn it, I wish I could hit that shit.
Right.
But she raked in the money. She, I think, won over $500.
Every time she does good, me and Ryan literally never talk to each other. I don't even know how I got her on Snapchat, but she will send me bets on Sundays, and she just fucking sends like 6 fucking green tickets, and it's just like, I'm doing good. I'm like,
it's weird because, and then it's funny too, because she was on her way to work today, and she won $75 off a $5 lotto ticket. I said, okay, well, we might as well just go to the casino. Like, what the fuck's going on?
I was gonna say, jump on that shit.
But she literally does good like once every 4 weeks. But yeah, so she had the same parlay as my buddy Travis, but she had one with Gibbs touchdown, JMO touchdown, Amon-Ra touchdown, and Montgomery touchdown, and that one hit. And then she had another full like 8-legger parlay that would hit, and then she had another small parlay that hit. But she would have hit, it was like $400, but she would have hit for another $200. So we only stayed because she had Travis Etienne anytime touchdown, and that was the last leg. And that shit really should have hit, but we are just fucking dominant. But
talking about bets reminded me, Sam Darnold is public enemy number 1.
Oh my gosh. Because you picked him to go 1-16, and they've 9 wins.
Hey, I finally believed in him. And
Colin,
Justin Jefferson.
Don't bet on the Vikings. They are not.
Colin, you have to stay far away from the Vikings. The Vikings, bet.
That was the leg I was the most confident in.
Funny enough.
Actually, I had a David Montgomery first touchdown scorer.
That's just free money at this point.
When I posted the TikTok today,
if we win the coin toss, it's free money.
When I posted the TikTok today on Fourth and Wrong, I went to like the page and I was like, let me scroll to click on it to share it to you guys. And I clicked on a different video. It was our record predictions. You guys know this man Colin had the Jets going 13-4, like insane. 13-4, and there's 3-7 right now.
Well, he had him going 13-4.
Hey, Dallas had the Cowboys in the fucking Super Bowl. All right.
Yeah, we did not expect them to be a below 5
I had the Bengals in the Super Bowl, to be fair. So I'm right there.
We all
had dumbass shit. All right.
Colin with the Vikings. We should revisit them at the end of the year, like pull up a montage.
Absolutely.
Because Colin, we all had fucking terrible takes. Colin was 1-win Vikings. Fucking who would have knew week 2 that one would have been fucking busted. We had Dallas with rooting for the Cowboys and Miami. That's rough. Marshall had the
still got a little bit of a pull.
Yeah, but he had them winning like 14 games. So
I know.
I can't remember. I know you had the Bengals, and I feel like you had another one that was out there. And then I had the Jets winning the division at 9-8, so not too crazy. But I also had them going to the AFC Championship, which that one's not. Oh, when we were arguing in the group chat and I was trying to find where I said what the Bills were gonna win, I accidentally stumbled upon Colin, And Colin, I would like to apologize because we did the NFC East, and Colin said he had the Commanders winning 10 games and making the playoffs, and I was shitting on this man. I was like, "You have them winning 10 games, 10 games, Colin." He was like, "I have them making the playoffs." I'm like, "That's insane." So
I think we all technically had some bad picks. We've all had some bad picks. But this NFL season
what's the Vikings record again?
Shut up.
This NFL season has been wild, but anyways, back what I was saying, the Lions just put straight belt ass. It was just not even close. Like when I saw it, like immediately when the Jaguars scored that first field goal on their first drive, I was like, this is gonna be one of those montages where you see, oh, the Jaguars take a 3-0 lead. They might get something going, and then literally we go on a run with 35 unanswered points, and it's just a straight ass whooping. Like, and it's the second game we put up 52. We put up a 47 in another game. It's like this is unreal, and it's like. Obviously, the season's not over. I don't want to jinx anything, knock on wood, but like we thought the last year Lions were good, but this is a whole nother level. This is just Ben Johnson like playing with a Rocket League football team. Like he's just like, hey, we should do this.
This is also the first time the Lions have ever been Super Bowl favorites.
Yeah, it's
like
insane.
Ever.
Absurd.
So it's still a lot more work to go, but I mean, obviously. That's huge for us, and just to have that kind of game, especially after the Texans game, which we played rough, to come in there and just know that like we're not losing it, and even against like even though it's the Jags and they're one of the worst teams in the NFL, just to go out there and be like, okay, yeah, we are one of the best teams in the NFL. Just
how do you guys feel? I imagine I know the answer to this, but how do you guys feel about the people that are saying that the Lions secretly suck and they're just running up the score on bad teams? I saw one guy saying that we haven't had a game where we faced any adversity the week after we threw 5 interceptions and came back from down 16 points in the second half.
Maybe if you would ask me before that Texans game, but that Texans game literally showed that we can literally do anything.
I have a screenshot. Hang on.
I do think we run up the score.
We do run up the score, but like,
unnecessarily run up the score.
But
I think there's something to be said about like. I always imagine it with the Steelers because the Steelers used to do it a lot back towards the end of the Big Ben days. But like a lot of good teams will play down to their competition, and like there's something to be said about if you're expected to win this game by 10 points and you go out and you just beat their fucking ass. Like I don't even know if you can say the great teams do it, but like when you're expected to blow somebody out and you come out and you do it, it's like you can't really shit on them. They did what they're supposed to do.
But if you're saying that in our scenario, then how can you say like the Chiefs, about something about the Chiefs? Because the Chiefs are keeping close games with teams, so it's like, yeah, we might be running up the score on bad teams, but like in terms of levelness, I think us and the Chiefs are around the same. Like I see us as equals right now. Even though we are running up the score on bad teams and we are performing 10 times better than what it seems, I still think when it comes down to playoff times, it's going to be us and the Chiefs are really the favorites to do it because we are just the good teams.
We are by far the best team in the league. The only problem is like the fucking there's a couple teams where it's just like they're a sleeping giant and it's like they're going to fucking wake up. The Chiefs is that team. It's like the Lions could literally not lose a game the rest of the year and win every game by 30. But if they meet the Chiefs in the playoffs, even if the Chiefs fucking win, the Chiefs could fucking sneak into the playoffs as a 7 seed, win every playoff game by a point, and the Lions win by 30 every game from now to the Super Bowl. And like if they play the Chiefs, I'm gonna be fucking terrified because like
you can't be the best. You can't be the best team in the NFL with a civilian at quarterback.
I saw that.
I love Nick Wright. I love Nick Wright, and I see where he's coming from.
I do understand what he's saying because if you're right, I think you could take pieces away from the team and he would still perform. But if you take our offensive line out of there, Jared Goff is just going to turn back to just not that. Like,
is Jared Goff the new Troy Aikman? Is that what?
Troy Aikman or fucking Jared Goff.
Not even going to dignify that with a response.
Jared Goff was better in that 5 interception game than Troy Aikman has ever been at any point in his entire career. So maybe not
I do understand what he's saying. We do have Ben Johnson, the best running back duo, the best offensive line, amazing receivers. So Jared Goff is literally blessed around him, but we still have to have a guy in there. Like you can't like it's just like you couldn't take. I don't think you could take anybody like a lot of other people like and just throw them in there and they would.
He just knows his role. Like
he does. He
doesn't step out of his role.
Like yes, like there are better people, but I think you throw certain type of people on our offense and it's not going to work. Jared is one of those people that it would work. And he's also just been with the team for so long. I think if you replace him with honestly anybody except for maybe one or two people, they're not going to perform well right away because of the type of offense we're in. Like Mahomes is not going to be used to handing it off 15 times each to Montgomery and Gibbs. He's not going to be used to having Amon-Ra run the certain type of routes he is. And then, I mean, he's got a fucking bigger Tyreek out there. So it's like, our team is just way different from every team in the NFL. It's like not even close at how our team runs than other teams. Our team is just so different in its own way, but to the point where we're just dominant.
Yeah, it's hard because I like Jared, but like I feel like not almost any, but is there 15 other starters I think that could fill in the line? Maybe the Lions are a one-loss team at this point, but like the Lions are one of the better teams. Like, I'm saying as long as Jared just, like, he plays good. He does what he has to do. And there's something to be said about that, like what I just said. Like, you got to go out and you got to do it whether you have the guys around you or not. But, like, I'm just saying, like, when we play a team and we're matched up in the playoffs, like, I don't think teams have a fear in their heart about Jared Goff. I think they're worried about everything else so much, and the Lions are so built. But, like, if the Lions had, like, a superhero at quarterback, like I think what Nick Wright was kind of saying, like, I think they would be minus money to win the Super Bowl. I think the reason that, like, it's a discussion is because people look at Jared Goff and they say, well, he has that 5-interception game in him. He could do this, he could do that. And then the end of the Rams tenure, where it was bad. But, like, I think he was getting along the lines of more, if you have a guy at quarterback, like, the Lions are unstoppable, and he just doesn't view him as that. Which I get, like, we don't think that way, but people think that way.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. But other than that, it was just a huge week for the Lions. Our we have literally the best offensive line, the best running back duo in the league, the best safety duo in the league. We have so many good players. It's not even funny. Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph are literally the two best defensive backs in the NFL, like in terms of rating and in terms of everything. Kirby leads the league in interceptions. Branch is third on that list. Branch is fucking playing amazing in the box. They're together at this rate. They will both be first team All Pro, like no question. Like it's getting to that rate, like where they both will make it. And Kirby being at 8 interceptions is insane. Like, and it's like and I've always said, go ahead.
We have a turnover, and it was either a turnover or an interception in 4 straight games. That is fucking absurd. Like, I think that was. It said it was either tied for the longest in the NFL, or it was
I think it's Kirby alone has forced a turnover in 15 games.
I don't think Kirby has.
He's only got 8 interceptions.
People would be talking about that more if he alone had 14. Because the Lions.
I'm gonna find the graphic. I know it exists.
Yeah, you're still looking for that first graphic, Colin.
No, the moment passed.
Man, Colin has just got a list of graphics he's got to look for.
But no, fucking yeah, Branch and Kirby are obviously playing crazy, but Branch is tackling so well where fucking. Our linebackers, I feel like, are about to be so thin with Anzalone coming out.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's a tough loss
right
there.
Branch might have to legit play.
And then, speaking of, as what you just said, obviously we were really excited to get Afitu back, and he gets taken off IR on Monday and last Monday, immediately goes back on IR today. Like, it is.
He really hurt. We could have either had him play in the box like full time as a linebacker or Branch. But yeah, I was talking to some people at work about it. And they were asking me about the Anzalone, obviously. I think, this might sound crazy, but I think him being out is going to be more of an effect on the defense than Hutch going out. Like, you can kind of supplement a pass rush through, like, schematic changes. You can't really, like, find a field general linebacker middle way through the year to replace what Anzalone was for us.
Because, like, throw Trevor Lawrence out there who looked the same.
Yeah, I could see it. But, no, I think Anzalone. I think he's one of the best linebackers in the league, and he's such a good tackler. And he plays sideline to sideline so well.
Define best linebacker.
I love Anzalone, but man, I don't even know if he's top 10 in the league.
I think he's without about top 10. Name the linebacker that's 100% better than
Fred Warner.
Yeah, Fred Warner.
Roquan Smith.
Even that's it.
Patrick Queen,
Tremaine Edmonds.
No.
I mean, all those guys are.
Anzalone is our only good linebacker. Our second best linebacker.
Oh, I know that.
Jack Campbell leads the team in tackles.
Jack Campbell is good, but he is not Anzalone. It's not even close.
I don't think he is, but I think if we had to upgrade anywhere on defense, it's gonna be a linebacker is one of those positions. It's corner and linebacker hand in hand. It's corner and linebacker. I think Anzalone could get, but I'm serious. Say we go draft somebody in the draft next year, I think Anzalone could get pushed down to middle linebacker too. Like I really do.
What I'm saying is, yes, I know linebacker is one of our biggest needs, but I think that means him being out is like biggest him could possibly be. Like
I think Jack's
at least when
Hutch
went
quite
out,
a bit.
I think this is Jack's like this is his time to shine. If he doesn't show up this year, it's like okay,
ball.
we're gonna have to look.
He had a hell of a game.
We're gonna have to look if like he comes out and like there's like a big hole at linebacker these next couple of games. It's like okay, the Lions are gonna have to.
Hey, we got that fucking graphic.
It's not a graphic. It's
oh my
else.
gosh, I thought it was the graphic. What are we doing, Colin? You are slacking over here on graphics.
Fucking Christ.
Well,
that literally got
a graphic that I think
the
might have been the one that I saw.
But anyways, what I was gonna say is Kirby said it in an interview is how like I saw the play develop and I just jumped over there and just basically jumped in front of the route. I will always say about one of the things it's like when Trayvon Diggs did it and then Deron Bland did it. Obviously, it was different because Night Train Lane got 14 interceptions way back in the day. It's so much different. But if you're a cornerback and you're getting that many interceptions, there's a problem. Because Trayvon Diggs, the year that he got that many interceptions, and same with Deron Bland, those it was like, oh my gosh, look at all these interceptions. And then you go look at it, the amount of yards he gave up does not really help for the amount of interceptions he gave up. Now, for a safety to go out and do it, that is really because that's the guy that should be picking up the footballs. It should be the corner stuffing them and the safety coming over the top, which is exactly what Kirby's doing. Kirby has not let up a single touchdown this year, and he hasn't let up that many yards, and he has interceptions. Though that's actually a good interception thing. Corners getting all those interceptions, it means they're targeting you for a reason. It's not really a good thing.
It's a boom or busting. Like I think there's a place for a corner who.
I'm not saying corners getting interceptions is a bad thing, but the years that Trayvon Diggs got 8 and Deron Bland got 10, you really look at it, they were some of the worst corners in terms of yardage in the league.
Yeah, but I think I don't know. I think there's something to there's I'm just saying he's not a net negative. You can fucking even if he allows the most yards, if he leads the league's interceptions and has a bunch of game-changing plays, it's like I guess you live with all the yards, but yeah, I agree that safety is more of an interception. That's where your interception should be coming from. Your best corner, if he has more than 4 interceptions, it's either A, he must have got lucky a fucking lot, a lot of tip drills, or B, yeah, he fucking sucks and they throw at him a shit ton, which you don't fucking want.
Funny enough, our corners so far combined for 2 interceptions on the year, which both came in the same game. And our safeties combined for 14 interceptions. It's fun, and that's it. Those are all the interceptions. 14 interceptions from our safeties, 2 from our corners. Do
you guys remember when this defense sucked? Because I do.
It's the development.
A couple years ago, we wanted Aaron Glenn fired.
The development of
you guys still kind of want Aaron Glenn fired. You guys do not like Aaron Glenn.
The development of Branch, the development of Kirby, the development of Hutch, Lee McNeil. Those guys that we kind of started with to build this team up, which really begins with Kirby, Branch, Ali McNeil, and Hutch, and Anzalone. Those were the guys that built the core of the team around, and it was guess what? We got to, these are the guys we're going to grab, we're going to put in, and we'll put pieces around them. And then you put those pieces around them, you go add DJ Reader, you go get Carlton Davis, you go get Jack Campbell, you get those guys that just help at those positions, and it's really just, it's doing it for itself. And it kind of happened all so fast, but I saw a guy today and it's a lot of the times in the future we talk about the good old days. We are living in the good old days right now. Someday, way in the future, we will talk about this. Who knows when it'll be. With Brad Holmes, I truly don't believe it'll be for a long time. It's gonna be a while, but we are living in the good old days right now.
Yeah, this could possibly be the greatest Lions team we ever witnessed.
It's true. I mean, if we win a Super Bowl, which who knows if we will. It really is what it is. But that's the one thing I've always stuck with. Brad Holmes is building a future for this team. He doesn't just want to go win a Super Bowl and then call it good. He wants to actually build this team and make it good for 10 years. Like, that's what he does. He doesn't just trade away every draft pick we've got. He doesn't just sign stupid deals. He doesn't just he does what's best for the team. And he does what he thinks is actually going to help us now and in the future. So I put everything at trust in Brad Holmes. I always will, always have. When Ben leaves, it'll really tell what this team's got for a future. And Aaron Glenn leaves, I think we'll be good on defense. Not because I don't think Aaron Glenn's bad. I think once Aaron Glenn leaves, Kelvin Shepard is going to get defensive coordinator position, and I think that defense is going to be just as good. He is an absolute dog. He is Kelvin Shepard. If you see him every time I look down on the field, obviously we've got our 3 coordinators. You should always see them too. I always see someone halfway on the field, almost to the freaking yardage markers. And I'm like, dang, who is that down there? It's Kelvin Shepard, like yelling at somebody about to beat them. And I'm like, this man's a linebacker coach. What are we doing on the field? And it's like, this man is always yelling down there. But to have a linebacker room like with Alex Anzalone and Jack Campbell, not saying Anzalone's not bad or anything, but I mean, that man's doing his job, obviously, right. But that's really it for Lions news. Obviously, we know that things are going well. We just hope that things stay well. Obviously, with Thanksgiving coming up soon, it scares us. So we'll be paying attention to the moon phases. Colin, you're our moon guy. Yeah. So obviously, we won't talk about this week. Worry, but Colin's got a whole diagraph ready for the moon.
I did not send this. I'm working on a presentation. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah.
I did not send this into the group chat. It was God, when was this? It was either Sunday or Monday, and I'm checking the weather for the next day. And I fucking go down on the weather channel, and towards the bottom, it tells me the moon's phase, and it was a waxing gibbous, and I had like a fucking Vietnam flashback. I was like, I can't fucking deal with it. I had to close out the app, dude. I had to set my phone down and walk away. I couldn't deal with it.
Other things that happen around the NFL, just some random things. Colts knock off the Jets again. Jets are just on a spiral down. They just fired their GM.
Fucking fired Joe Douglas.
Yeah, they just fired their GM. Going back to the Lions, Doug Peterson still has a job. It's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what's going on there, but I can't believe he still has a job.
Have you guys seen his media day?
Yes, yes, where his weird answers to questions.
He's got some top tier interviews going on right now. It's fucking. They asked him because the owner came out and he said before the season, I guess, this is the most talented team he has ever assembled or something like that. And the reporter asked Peterson who told him that, and he fucking goes he's like, I don't know, I'm not privy to those talks. And the reporter was like, was it you that said that? And he was like, no. It was just it's so funny watching him just score. He knows he's done, but it's just so funny watching, a coach that knows he's fired talk in interviews, because it's just I don't know what you want me to say, guys. This team fucking sucked.
Packers win on a blocked field goal.
The Bears are legit cursed. They have to be.
It sucks.
Against just that team. I think they just suck every other game, but against the Packers specifically.
Because they should have won that game and it got blocked.
See, I don't even care because, I don't give a fuck about the Packers. The Bears. Try to imagine if we liked the Bears instead of the Lions, and I hated the Packers this much, and we always found some bullshit way to lose.
I would have called a wellness check on you the other day if we had been Bears fans this whole time. You hated that Packers that much?
Dude, I could not. I don't like losing to the Packers, and people don't even acknowledge that, the Lions and Packers are really as much a rivalry as the Packers and the Bears. So, if I was a Bears fan and I always had to watch them lose on some bullshit every fucking time, I just legit don't think I could be a football fan anymore. I would have to switch teams because I could not deal with that.
It's funny you say that because Brittany's dad is a Bears fan. You know, he grew up he grew up in Indiana, but close to Chicago. So he grew up as a Bears fan. And Saturday we went to a wedding and he was there, and he goes, "So we suck again." And this was before the game. This is Saturday, and he's just like, "Yep, we want to paint our nails and not throw the football. I don't know what to do."
Well, so, that's another thing. That's
he's
another
one of those guys. But
if you just lost. They just lost like straight up. That's kind of whatever. Or if they even lost on a blocked field goal, that would be fine. But like, I don't know. I didn't watch the entire game. I watched the final drive. Caleb looked fucking good that final drive. Like he had a couple throws where I was like, okay, like you saw the flashes of like what he's supposed to be. Like he had a back shoulder to Adunze that was a fucking incredible throw, and then he had one to Allen that was really good. And it was like, okay, the Bears not only are going to beat your rival, your quarterback's looking good, everything's looking up, and then that field goal gets blocked, and it's like, well, nobody gives a fuck because now you lost to your biggest rival.
Yeah, if the Bears have to win a game from a field goal, just chalk it up as an L.
That's why I'm picking the Vikings this week, among other reasons, but main reason.
Steelers get out a narrow victory against the Ravens.
Oh, real quick. The Steelers prove you do not need to draft a kicker to win football games because Chris Boswell was a free agent, undrafted.
Actually,
won the game.
It also
by himself.
To be fair, it also proved you do need to draft a kicker to win the game because the Ravens would have won if Justin Tucker wasn't playing.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take opposite. It doesn't prove that you need to draft a kicker. It proves that you need to put resources into a kicker. Whether you sign
100%. Well, yeah, that doesn't need to come in the first round of the fucking draft.
Well, okay, Colin, can we just stop for a second? We are talking, Colin. Our argument was over something that will never happen. It was over if someone can kick 80-yard field goals, but Colin's still. Well, we're not good to take them in the first round.
I don't care. Position value.
Colin's acting like we're talking about taking fucking Evan McPherson in the first round. No,
seriously,
Colin.
No, we're taking a guy that could literally make 80-yard field goals. It's like taking if someone were to look.
We're drafting the Patrick Mahomes of kickers.
Literally.
I don't care.
Nope, we'll do it. Nope.
Colin, we have the
McPherson.
Colin, we have the first overall pick. We have the next. We have a Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes mixed with actually a Calvin Johnson. He's about 6'6". Should we take him one of one? No.
I can't do it. Not worth it.
I didn't do it. There's no value there.
McPherson with the worst sophomore slump ever.
Oh,
dude,
man.
Sophomore slump, is it?
I was gonna say, I think he's like in his fourth year right now.
Oh yeah,
his rookie year was the Super Bowl.
He's just
that
in a
is
slump.
Right.
We just haven't
he's in a nasty slump.
We just haven't paid attention.
Yeah, that was a crazy announcer jinx though at the end of that game when they were talking about, oh, the new snapper, new holder, like it's been a storyline the last couple of weeks, and then they snap it and he fucking whiffs it again.
Was it that one? Was it that one or was it Aubrey's miss where they like talked about it a little bit and they pulled the graphic up and whoever the announcer was like, I didn't do it. That wasn't me. That was the graphics. It wasn't me. I thought that was funny as shit.
I don't think I was paying attention when that
I think it was the Cowboys one because Aubrey missed his first field goal at home. He was like 34 for 34, but like he slipped, his plant leg kind of slipped, so it's like you kind of get it. But no, in all the talk of like Tucker being washed and all these talks going on, Chris Boswell is the best kicker in the league. I think he's the best kicker in the league. He's
kicked games with 6+ field goals.
Are you talking about this year or
just in general?
I was gonna say because I thought Pat McAfee said he had 6 in his career, and 2 of them came this year, or maybe it was, I don't know what it was, but he's had 2 this year. He single-handedly won them week 1, I believe, against the Falcons, and then this last week against fucking Ravens. And if you guys didn't watch, that was a pretty good game. Like Russ looked like not prime Russ, but he probably 60% of what he used to be. And I think if the Steelers keep getting that,
J-Mo looked like Marshawn Lynch.
I just don't understand the play calling for the Ravens on that 2-point. And how do you not just have Derrick Henry in as a decoy at the most?
If you watch that entire game, their play calling was dog shit. And like you could tell they were trying to get Lamar going in the passing game. But this man Lamar, until he wins the Super Bowl, he is not escaping criticism. Because there was a couple of passes where he just fucking airmailed guys. Like one, he was rolling to his left, and a dude was pretty open. Like he ran like kind of like a corner route, or maybe it was crosser, and he was pretty open. And Lamar overthrew him by like every bit of 8 yards. Like it wasn't even close. I'm like, it was maybe like a 25-yard throw downfield. Like it wasn't crazy, but like he just fucking whiffed. And it's like, man, until you win like something real, like he's always gonna get criticism for how he is as a quarterback.
Going into some of the other games, Seahawks knock off the 49ers in a bit of a weird game. Bo Nix and the Broncos, man. Bo Nix looked like a guy. He had one hell of a game against this hot Falcons team. That one was wild, and now he is right up there in contention with Jaden Daniels for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Wait, Daniels he hurt his ribs. Bo Nix might come in and steal that motherfucker.
This 4 o'clock it was wild, and the Bills go and beat the undefeated Chiefs by 2 touchdowns, or a touchdown and a field goal. And then the Chargers knock off the Bengals, and the triple crown leader right now, and Joe Burrow being wasted in Cincinnati. They need a new coach. They need a new defense. They need some defensive players. They need O-line, but Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow are the best at their positions, and the team it's just getting wasted right now. It really is a Matt Stafford, Calvin Johnson type deal where you've got
okay. Okay.
Why okay?
Calm down.
Why? How is that out of how?
One duo went to a Super Bowl, the other duo did not.
I mean, they're getting wasted as of now, is what I'm saying. Like, just in terms of what's going on right now. Like, what is Donnie's reason for saying no?
I'm not even trying to like hate right now, but Joe Burrow is getting a lot of love because people love him in the media. You know what Joe Burrow has put me to mind to this entire season? Remember Dak a few years ago when he just had crazy stats, but it was because their team was always fucking down? That's what the Bengals remind me of. Given they're not always down, because a couple of them have just been they just lit it up from Jump Street. But when your defense is that bad, of course you're gonna have a bunch of fucking yards and shit. They gotta stay in games somehow, and they don't have a running game because they have Chase Brown and
so Matthew Stafford enters the chat.
Yeah, literally the exact same thing that Stafford did. I literally you just proved my point. You have a bad team and you don't have a run game, but you just keep scoring because your team's bad. That is literally first thing I think of is Matt Stafford. This Lions sucked and he just ran up the score. That is Stafford to a T. You couldn't have described it any better.
Yeah, but when Matthew Stafford did it, he was talked about like a bottom tier quarterback. Joe Burrow's doing it, and people are sucking that man off. He's still in the MVP race. He's
he's been to a Super Bowl. He's also been to a Super Bowl.
He's also been to a Super Bowl. He has playoff experience. He's won playoff games.
Who beat him in that Super Bowl by chance?
Aaron Donald.
Yeah, Aaron Donald.
First of all,
who's the other quarterback?
How long did it take Stafford to get there?
Yeah, seriously.
First year that he was actually on a good fucking team because
that's not what I asked.
Oh, so
yes.
So he needed to be carried.
No, he didn't get carried.
He needed the one-hit wonder.
We're not getting into this. I'm so sick of Matthew Stafford and the Rams talk.
Also, this so-called Joe Burrow's being talked about in the MVP race. Yeah, at plus 5,000. He's actually below Jaden Daniels and Kyler Murray. So I don't know how this is in the MVP race.
I don't know what fuck you're looking at. I saw him at plus 2,000, and he's
at plus 4,000.
Who would you
4,500 right now.
Who would you rather give? Because I know you disagree with me saying Josh Allen is the MVP. Who would you rather give it to? Josh Allen or Joe Burrow?
Oh, Josh Allen by a mile.
Okay, Josh Allen is actually the favorite to win the MVP right now.
As he probably
I would hope so after that game.
It's Josh Allen at plus 125, Lamar at plus 200, Jared Goff at plus 800.
Right now, he deserves to be the betting favorite.
Honestly, I might throw a couple dollars on Jared Goff. I don't think he's gonna win.
A couple dollars is crazy. It's gonna be just straight up. I might throw a couple change.
Well, that way, if it doesn't happen, I don't feel bad. I'm not damn, I bet the house on that.
I still have $5 on Baker Mayfield MVP because of that one game a few weeks ago. And
then all of his were hurt.
And then literally all of his
that Donnie curse is real.
Man.
I mean, he's still playing well. He's still playing great. It's
he's just throwing to nobody.
Joe Burrow's playing.
Guys.
Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are just. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow are just being wasted. They need to get that man Zach Taylor out immediately. That man is not doing anything for that team to help. It's the Joe Burrow Jamar Chase show. It sucks to watch that kind of talent get wasted. Just not they're playing like that, and Jamar Chase is playing out of his mind.
Real quick.
T. Higgins, they've already. Let me finish the last thing I say. T. Higgins is already. I'm pretty sure they've already come out and said T. Higgins will not be with the team next year. So you're gonna lose T. Higgins. So it's a rough year.
They should have started trading motherfuckers off before the deadline. Trey Hendrickson could be on a winning team right now, but no, they have to fucking hold on to him to win 5 games this year.
If Jamar Chase wins the Triple Crown, the Bengals have a losing record. Should he get Offensive Player of the Year?
Probably.
It depends on how Saquon finishes the year, because I think Saquon's on pace to have an absolute. If Saquon does almost 2,000 yards, I'd say give it to Saquon because of the impact he's had on the Eagles. But if Saquon just gets to a 1,700 yard mark, depending on where Chase, it just really depends on a lot of circumstances. But say in the circumstances, Jamar Chase has a triple crown with the pace he's at, he could finish anywhere 17 to 1,800 yards. I'd say yeah, probably, depending on what happens with Barkley.
He's the third favorite right now on FanDuel. So that's
I would say in a normal year, yes, I would give him he could win as much as anybody. But because of what Derrick Henry and Saquon has done to their new teams, I would say the Offensive Player of the Year has to be one of those two.
I think Derrick Henry's going to fall off a cliff a little bit. I don't think he'll get it. I think it'll be Saquon if it's anybody.
I think the Ravens are making him fall off a cliff. He only got 10 touches this last game. And it's when the Titans drafted him. When you draft him or you have him on the team, you're kind of signing up for a specific style of offense where it's okay, he's going to have 8 runs of 2 yards or less, but you got to keep giving him the ball because eventually those 2-yard runs are going to turn into 15-yard runs.
But
you can't give him 10 carries a game.
At this pace, it's probably a no because Saquon has 1,137 yards and 8 touchdowns, and the Eagles have 7 games left. I mean, you got to think if he averages 100 yards a game, the man's about to put, which at the rate he's going, he really is kind of averaging about 100 yards a game. So he's going to finish with close to 1,800 to 1,900 yards, which it's so crazy to think that those guys that put up 2,000 yards in 16 game seasons, we're going to have to put an asterisk next to 2,000 yard seasons if they're done in 17 games, because it's crazy.
When you it's also crazy. I think Saquon, it's going to be hard for him to lose the Offensive Player of the Year, especially when you add in the context of he's probably going to finish with around 10 touchdowns, 10 touchdowns. But what we've talked about,
I'd hope more than that. He has 8 right now.
Yeah. I thought he had 5. No, he's probably going to finish with, say 12. Say he finishes with 12. Whatever it is. He could right now, if Jalen Hurts was not his quarterback and they didn't do the tush push so much, he could easily have 15-plus touchdowns right now. It's just that he doesn't get those short yardage touchdowns. So it's when you add the context of he's getting scalped
Jalen Hurts.
When you're getting scalped all those touchdowns, it's he could be fucking running away with it by a million miles. It's just he's not, because he doesn't get those 1 yard scores.
Their next 2 weeks, they play the Rams, which I believe is on the Rams is, I believe, Sunday Night Football, and then they play the Ravens at 4:25 the following Sunday, and then they play the hardest team of them all. They play the fucking Panthers. That might be a rough game. Then they play the Steelers.
Saquon might go up for fucking 400 that game.
Yeah, negative 400. But yeah, that's about it for just the talks. I mean, not much else to go over. I guess the last thing we can end on before we're getting into picks, we'll spend, someone set a 5-minute timer because obviously we can get into it a little bit, but Daniel Jones gets sat. Not only does he get sat, he gets QB3'd for the main reason that they don't want to give him his full guaranteed money so they can get rid of him and go get a different quarterback in the draft. So Tommy DeVito will get the start for the rest of the year. Maybe not the rest of the year. Depends on what he does. Drew Lock might come in. But basically, the main storyline, Daniel Jones is probably out of New York. He is done.
Wild? I think Drew Lock is going to fuck around and win him some games and fuck up their draft position late in the year. I think that's what's going to happen.
It's not only that. Did you see?
Lock's not terrible. He's not great, but he's not like awful. You know what I mean?
He's a good backup. that's the thing. Like I said in the group chat, it's like it's weird that Drew Lock did not be starting job, with Daniel Jones now being fucking demoted. But who was it? I think it was Schefter. I saw him say that Drew Lock was hurt earlier in the season, whether it was training camp or whatever, so he got a delayed start in the offense. And then Tommy DeVito's obviously been there. And I guess Tommy DeVito has been like lighting it up, looking like the best quarterback at practice. So it makes sense. I just think it's funny. Remember when fucking DeVito Mania was going on this time last year? And everybody was getting Tommy DeVito jerseys for Christmas, and they were playing on Christmas, and they were getting shit on. What is the chances he's going to have another couple good weeks, and then he's going to get shit on during Christmas time again? And people are going to be like, we're living in a fucking repeat of last year.
Yeah, my brother got a Tommy DeVito signed mini helmet for Christmas from my other brother,
nice.
who's also a Giants fan.
Hey,
Nice.
hey, if he turns into a DeVito hater, I'll take it off his hands.
No, he's going to
Italians
hold
stick
on to
together.
it. He's going to hold on to it.
You could always take Cooper Rush bobblehead off Colin's hands if you wanted it.
Yeah, I would take that and spike it.
Hey, let's talk about that game for a second.
Oh no.
Why?
DeVito
No,
versus
there's
Cooper
nothing to
Rush.
talk about in that game.
Can we not talk about Cooper Rush? please,
Besides,
ever?
the only thing we can
Hey,
talk
next
about in
week
that
I'm
game
going
is
all out
that,
on Cooper Rush.
is that FanDuel really made that call. It's that Nico Collins' first touchdown. That would have hit on anytime touchdown, his over on reception, his over on yards, his first touchdown score. They called that flag came in. He didn't hit any of his props. That is insane. A lot of people lost in fantasy. Oh,
I would say in fantasy that would have fucking absolutely cooked me. I ended up beating Ryan by I think 6 points in the league, and she had Nico Collins going. So that single-handedly would have fucking lost me the week.
well, Colin, throw us into picks. I'm ready. I got my
All
pen
right.
right here.
I was
Let's
telling
do it.
Donnie,
I just let you guys know, I'm dialed in this week. Like, I might not miss a pick. I am dialed in. I've been
You're
putting.
picking
well,
Lions,
there's
right, against the Colts?
fewer games this week, so you got a chance. So I was telling Donnie, week 12, it is kind of crazy to think that we're already 2/3 of the way through the NFL season. It feels like it's like just started, and now we're heading into the last little bit of it. But yeah, so starting off Thursday night football, Steelers at Browns. Give me the Steelers.
Yep. Mr. Unlimited. Give me the Steelers.
Steelers are 8-2.
I'm going with the Browns. I told you I was starting off hot.
You guys remember the Steelers were supposed to go under 500 this year?
So I'll give you a reason. I'll give you.
To be very, very fair, as a Steelers fan, as a Steelers supporter, whatever you want to say, that's very much still in play. This back of the half of the schedule for them is fucking brutal.
So
They're already at 8 wins. They'd have to lose out.
I am going with the Browns here, and I'll explain for why. They showed a graphic in the past 5 years. The Steelers have a very common thing of losing to 2 and 3 win teams when they are doing very well. Like, they just lose to it. But it's not the main reason. It's in Cleveland. It's a huge trap game. It's only the spread's at 3.5, obviously in favor of the Steelers. I just think it's trap game, and I think this is a game that Pittsburgh's all of a sudden going to drop. After beating the Ravens at such a high, you go into Cleveland. Jameis Winston, this would be the game that he goes out and he wins.
This would
on
be a
prime
Jameis
time.
Winston
Yeah.
go off.
I'm calling it. I'm calling the shot. I said I'm calling my shots. This is one of them. The Browns are going to win this game.
Or
Steelers win like 55-0.
on the flip side
of that.
On the flip side, Jameis comes out in full Jameis form and throws like 3 pick sixes, and TJ Watt literally rips his fucking head off. That's also equally on the table, I feel.
Really a coin flip game if you think about
it. It's tough. It could be a trap game. That's a big win. The Steelers are riding high. But also this Browns team. I like Jameis playing NFL football again. That's cool, but like there's not really much about that Browns team that's good. Nick Chubb, hopefully Nick Chubb can kind of like
Myles Garrett does still play on the team.
off. What'd you say?
Myles Garrett does still play on the team.
I mean, yeah, but I haven't seen shit about him this year. I don't know if he's having a down year or just Browns are good, so like you don't see any clips of him. But regardless, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I think they might fuck around and get one of these top seeds in the AFC and make a little noise.
Yeah. Titans at Texans. Give me the Texans.
Yep, give me the Texans.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way I'd go with the Titans here. Give me the Texans.
Yeah, I put a lot of faith in the Titans last week, and then I forgot Will Levis is their starting quarterback. So yeah, give me.
Hey, that 98-yard dot was beautiful.
I will give him credit. I will give him credit. You guys know that was a 98-yard touchdown. That was like midway through the third quarter. They had 96 yards of offense before that. Yep. Like that fucking doubled their offense.
They said that shit on Red Zone, and I was like, "Excuse me."
That wasn't a dot. I will give him credit. That was a pretty fucking good throw because that safety was like barreling in. So that was cool, but yeah, he still fucking sucks. So I'm waiting for the memes again, man. We haven't had a Levis meme in a minute.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, Vikings at Bears. Give me the Vikings.
Man, I kind of want to take the Bears here.
I kind of did too. Like, I feel like the Bears are due for like something good to go their way, but also it's the Bears. So like,
I don't know. Give me the Bears.
Yeah, I'm taking the Vikings.
Yeah, I think the Vikings have looked very fraud-like in the last 2 weeks. The Bears are fucking just getting emotionally crushed by these losses. But Caleb looked really good. It's in Chicago. I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like. But give me the Bears to help out the Lions a little bit. We need the Vikings to start dropping a couple of games.
Cowboys at Commanders. Give me the Commanders. Don't really need to say much about this one.
Man, Cooper Rush. I could go on for days about Cooper Rush. I'm not going to. I'm going to save you guys the time. Give me the commies. Give me the Commanders.
Please don't go on about Cooper Rush for more than like 30 seconds.
Yeah, give me the Commanders.
Yeah, good thing this game's in Washington because fucking something might fall off of Jared will fucking kill somebody. Jesus
yeah, we
Christ.
really didn't talk about that.
Yeah,
Ain't that wild?
I don't know. Washington's field's not that much better.
Yeah, FedEx Field has had a lot of
At least there's no
FedEx
roof, so
Field.
nothing's gonna fucking crush you to death. Like
I don't know. The stands fell that one time.
I was gonna say the stands collapsed.
yeah, that was not good. But what was I just gonna say? I think it's funny that Jerry made those comments of like, "What are we gonna do? Build a whole new stadium?" And then the stadium starts crashing down. It's like, well, maybe you fucking need to, Jerry. Actually, maybe actually tear that bitch down. But yeah, give me the Commanders pretty easy. Jaden Daniels though, kind of playing like shit low key ever since he hurt his ribs. Like he doesn't run really anymore, and that kind of like sucked the.
He actually outperformed Jalen Hurts on Thursday Night Football.
I mean, I don't know what happened statistically, but.
All right. Well, Patriots at Dolphins. Give me the Dolphins.
I feel like this is going to be a sneaky good game right here.
It always is. Dolphins Patriots is always sneaky.
But Dolphins are catching a little bit of fire, so I'm gonna ride with the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. I think they're gonna make a small little run at the back half of this year to still probably not make the playoffs.
Yeah, they looked good last week against a fucking awful Raiders team. But yeah, I don't think this is gonna be a good game. I think the teams are like a dread to watch, which is crazy because Tyreek Hill is on one of the teams. But I think Devon Chain alone can win the Dolphins this game. So give me the Dolphins.
All right, the one that everyone's thinking about.
Game of the week.
Game of the week. Chiefs at Panthers. You know, I gotta go with the upset here. Give me the Chiefs over the mighty Carolina Panthers.
You know what? The Chiefs coming down off of that 9-0 start. The Bills beat them up. Perfect pickings for the Panthers to narrowly lose to the Chiefs. I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
Well, then, since none of you have the balls to do it, and even though y'all said you would, I'm going with the Carolina fucking Panthers.
Yeah, I think I even said I would, and someone said, I'm going to hold you to that
Bills.
next week,
They lost to the fucking Bills.
That was if they were still undefeated.
Their undefeated record now is now done. Carolina Panthers are coming off a win, off a bye at their home. Bryce Young legacy game incoming. Chuba Hubbard for 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. I am picking the Carolina Panthers to win this game.
I hope you're right, Marshall. I really do.
Honestly, I really do.
Genuinely do.
I don't think it's going to happen.
What's the spread at?
10.5.
That's crazy. I'm definitely hammering.
Man, the Panthers are 10.5 point favorites.
Like, man, hammer.
Hammer. That's going to shit. It's very sad. No, if the Chiefs didn't have such a good run defense, I honestly would be opposed to the Panthers. But the only thing the Panthers do good is run the ball. And
all right, they do have Bryce Young, top 10 QB.
Yep.
Okay. Top 10 QB and fucking quarterbacks that can't get something off the top shelf. What are we talking about?
Anyway, there, dude.
Bryce Young is taller than you. What are you talking about?
Oh, he's not. What the? Shut up,
Donnie. You're like 6 foot. He's like 5'11".
He's like 5'6".
He's not 5'6". Oh my god! You are mistaking Bryce Young for Tom Kendall.
Second, but Donnie is
anyway.
Kyler Murray and Bryce Young are the same height, and you like Kyler.
No, they're not. No, they are not.
Bryce Young, 5'10". Hey, look at that. What's right below that? Kyler Murray, 5'10".
That's a lie. I promise
you.
They lie. That man's stats.
No, anyway. You were just not good enough. Hey, who's starting? Kenny Pickett or Bryce Young this week?
One of them's on a Super Bowl contender, and the other one's on the fucking Panthers.
And who's starting?
One of them's on the Eagles.
Yeah.
One of them's on the Super Bowl contender. One of them's on the Eagles.
This game. Shut up. Let me make my pick.
They haven't been mathematically eliminated from the playoffs yet, motherfuckers.
This game is going one of two ways. Either the Chiefs, this is going to be a start of a slight decline for them, and the Panthers come out and stun everybody and beat them by a field goal, or the Chiefs get woken up by losing a game against the Bills that I think they're better than the Bills. Well, they should have won the game. But it's either going to be a Panthers edge out like a 3-point victory, or the Chiefs just fucking beat them by 40. And I'm going to go with the latter. Give me the Chiefs.
All right. Buccaneers at Giants. Tommy DeVito returns to a starting role for the New York Giants against Baker Mayfield and a mash unit at wide receiver.
No, they get Mike Evans back this week.
They do get Mike Evans back this week? That does change my pick a little bit.
Mike Evans would have been by the reports, he could have played their last game before the bye, but they just decided to send him through the bye. So he should be pretty not limited this week.
All right. Well, in that case, that changes what I am going to pick. But
shut the fuck up. There's no way.
I was going to pick the Giants.
You're surreal. There's no way.
Buccaneers are on a 4-game losing streak. They are getting Mike Evans back.
They looked good in every loss, though. The Bucs haven't looked bad all year.
Yeah, but would they beat the Panthers? No.
Other than the one game they lost to the Broncos, they looked bad in that game. But every other game they looked good.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna go Giants, but truthfully, I think getting Mike Evans back is gonna be a huge boost for the Buccaneers, and the Giants do suck really bad. So I'm gonna go Buccaneers.
Yeah, I think the Bucs are gonna win this one.
I got the Bucs.
I hate to pick against my Italian brethren, but
Shut
give me
up
the Bucs.
Forever.
Give me the Bucs by a landslide. Tommy DeVito, though, watch him. He's gonna go for 350 and 4 touchdowns. It's gonna be a shootout.
All right, Lions at Colts. Give me the Lions.
Give me the Lions. Best team in the NFL.
Who's Marshall gonna go with?
All right, Marshall. You know what you got to do.
Anthony Richardson or Jared Goff.
And y'all are not gonna like me because I'm going with the Lions this week. Taking the dub.
Oh my god, we're gonna lose.
Let's go. Going with the Lions. If the Lions lose, I'll just let y'all know. I will not pick the Lions the rest of the year.
If the Lions lose, Marshall, just know the TikTok is.
I am genuinely going to give you an opportunity to go back on this pick. If there was a week for you to test it out, it was last week, not this.
It wasn't even last week. We fucking sat here and talked to you, Marshall, against the Titans. Marshall, this is a good time to try it out. The Titans fucking suck dick. No. Marshall, the Jags, hey, they fucking suck dick. Now's probably a good time. Nope, guys, can't do it. Lions gotta win. Now you're trying it against a team that's like, the Colts can fuck around and win games. Like Anthony Richardson at his win games.
I'm picking Detroit. I'm picking Detroit. I'd rather do it now before and then Thanksgiving because I'm probably going with the Chicago either way.
Well, I would. This is the thing. I feel bad for Colin and Dallas because they made their pick before they knew Marshall. So
Donnie's
Can
gonna
I
fade.
go back on my
Donnie's
pick?
gonna fade.
No,
the pick.
you cannot. No.
I guess give me an Anthony Richardson legacy game. Like, what am I supposed to do with that, guys? Like, what am I supposed to do? You tell me what to do in my position. I gotta pick the Colts.
You don't understand. If you break this
I have to
curse,
pick the Colts.
we don't know what the fuck is going to happen the rest of the year. I was riding high. I was like, Marshall's going to pick against us every single week all the way through the Super Bowl. We're going to win out. It's going to be great.
What if they lose and then Marshall like, oh, I'm going to go back to picking the other team. And then Marshall just goes on a run of being right. Like, this is what breaks the Detroit Lions. Marshall, I'll never let you live down. I might fucking kill you. I might drive to your fucking house and stab you in the fucking throat. If the Lions fall apart because of this motherfucker right here, I mean,
oh my fucking God.
Does Anthony Richardson can he not throw 8 interceptions to Brian Branch? I mean, I guess we're going to fucking find. I can't believe
that's true. That man does kind of have a.
I'm breaking the streak today.
I have to pick the Colts. Marshall, I'd rather pick the Jags. At least give me a Mac Jones legacy game. Anthony Richardson kind of fucking sucks. That's it. Shane Steichen's going to fuck around and win the Colts a game. God, I wanted to go to this
The
game.
Lions are due for a loss.
Oh,
I feel bad for you. Marshall, if you were doing that, you should have picked first. That way you gave these guys an opportunity to save the week. I'll take my free win. Whatever.
Broncos at Raiders. Give me the Broncos.
Let's ride. Give me the Broncos.
Bo Nix is turning into a guy, and the Raiders are just there's something. I don't even know what to say. Give me Denver.
This feels like a game the Raiders will just somehow win. They haven't won since like fucking week 3, so they're kind of due in a sense. But Broncos are a wagon right now. I'm not gonna pick against them. Give me the Broncos, I guess.
Yep. Cardinals at Seahawks. Cardinals first place in the NFC West.
This is a big state game.
Seahawks trying to stay alive. I was gonna say, I mean, they're only one game out. Like this is huge for that division.
Yeah,
this is gonna be a huge game to watch. Holy shit. Cardinals are on a hot streak. They've won 4 straight. Seahawks just obviously had a big win against the 49ers this past week.
I think the Cardinals are coming off a bye, I do believe.
Yeah. Damn. I think this one's going to be close, but I think I'm going to go Cardinals.
I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
In Seattle.
I'm going to go Seattle. It's in Seattle.
In Seattle's tough. They don't have the home field advantage like what they used to do. And it's not like the Cardinals are having to travel cross country, but still at home. That's still a tough place. Man. I think this is gonna be the toughest game to pick. I guess I'll roll with the Cardinals, but this is a 50-50. Either team could win this
one. Okay. 49ers at Packers. Sorry, I zoned out.
You don't have to say okay or all right or yep after every time I make a pick. It feels like you do this every pick I make.
I'm gonna go with the Lions. Okay.
He literally does every time. Colin just say, and next we've got this man just dismisses every pick I make.
Sorry. It's genuine. That was genuinely not dismissive. I zoned out for a second and realized I had to move on. And then...
It's like Colin fucking absolutely hates every time I talk, and he's just like, yep, all right, and next
all
week.
Right. What dumb shit are we about to say now? 49ers at Packers. Give me the Niners bouncing back from that loss to the
Seahawks. Yeah, give me the Niners on a bounce back.
Give me the Packers. I was gonna go 49ers, but both you picking 49ers, I don't like it.
That's what you get for picking the fucking Lions this week.
I know we can pick a tie. I know that's on the board. Can I pick a fucking asteroid to hit the stadium? I don't like anybody in this game. I hate everybody on the Niners and Packers.
Funny enough, this will probably be the 425 game aired on TV.
I fucking shut my TV off.
You gotta be rooting for the fucking Packers. We need the Packers to lose.
You mean the 49ers?
This is what I. This
No,
is
we need the Packers to lose. The 49ers are 5-5. We
Yeah,
need
he's
the
rooting
Packers.
for the 49ers. For the Packers.
Oh, yeah,
You
sorry.
really-
He's rooting for the Packers to lose.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, this is kind of. I was talking to Colin before you guys got on here. I said the only two teams that legit like cause me any worry in the NFC for the Lions, like if they were to meet in the playoffs, is the Eagles because they look like a fucking unit. They've been playing well, and then if the Niners, if they get hot, like they fucking, given their what they would have 12 wins if they fucking went undefeated the rest of the way. So like they would probably sneak in with like 10 wins. But like it's because they beat us last year and how they're built and everything. If they get healthy,
Yeah, but you got to
So
think.
it's like-
I picked
I
Detroit,
just
so
want-
they're gonna lose, and so if the Packers
just-
win, then they're one
I
game
just-
closer.
I just want them to get shut the fuck up. I just want them to get eliminated from playoff contention so we don't have to worry about them. But yeah, the Packers do need to fucking lose. Fucking son of a bitch. Plus, it's pretty even. The Packers only -3 and it's at home for them, so it's kind of like a pick 'em. I'm gonna go with the Niners. I'm not confident. I feel like the Packers will win, but I want the Packers to lose as many games as possible. So I'll go with them.
Eagles at Rams. Give me the Eagles.
Don't be surprised if Matthew Stafford gets put in a box or a blender this game. Give me the Eagles.
Give me the Eagles.
I'm not gonna lie.
Two favorite teams.
What the fuck up? I'm not gonna lie. This one's tough because
Hey, if you
like
pick against your boy, you got to take that poster down.
The one above your bed.
not gonna lie.
Do you watch
one-
every night?
Just didn't even.
This one's fucking tough because, like, in theory, it's like okay, the Eagles should absolutely fucking demolish the Rams, even if they have to go across the country and everything. But like, this is also the game Matty let teams fuck around and win. 'Cause remember they did this with the Niners in the year before they were even hurt. Like they went and they fucking beat them, and it's like, why? How did that even fucking happen? So, man. Eagles are due for a loss. I feel like they haven't lost in a while. Give me the Rams.
I will say, last time around this year, Eagles went on that terrible losing streak around this time.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's fine now. Nick Sirianni shaved his head.
that's what it was.
It was his hair that was holding back.
Yeah.
Just he just lost
Yeah.
connection, I assume.
Yeah, I think so. Ravens at Chargers. Harbaugh. Oh, yeah. There he is. Welcome back, bud. Huh?
Kick me?
No, you disconnected. It's your shitternet.
No, it was not. Dude, I've had a problem with my internet literally ever since I got it.
You live in Union City. There's
It was-
always a problem
it
with the internet.
It was like you kicked me.
Way to just dox him, Marshall.
Man.
It did the exact same thing that it always does whenever you kick me out.
No,
I mean, I know I have
did
shitty
not.
internet. You don't understand how excited I am to get the internet that I'm getting. Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
All right. Anyway, Ravens at Chargers. Harbaugh Bowl.
Horrible.
Give me. Why'd you say it like that?
Horrible. I don't know why it was funny.
Anyway, give me the Ravens. It's really not that funny.
It was mainly his reaction.
You got bitched, Colin.
That's what you get for sounding dismissive about every pick I make.
All right, you both are good.
Oh my
The
god.
fucking waiting room.
Oh.
Who'd you pick, Colin?
I want Ravens.
Okay.
Not super confident in it. Just going with my gut.
Yeah, John's always had Jim's number. Let me get the Ravens.
Well, in the Harbaugh ball, I'm going to the Harbaugh ball.
Yep. Deserved. Deserved.
Yeah.
At least I didn't beat it into the ground like that.
I was gonna say you're next, bud. You're on thin ice.
Hey, I gotta make my thing. You gotta leave me.
Look,
Yeah.
Marshall's gotta see it so he can write it down.
I'll just tell him. Yeah, this one should be pretty good. I don't think the Ravens.
Mute him quick.
He's coming back and immediately laughing. Anyway,
even after fucking picks.
Can I make my pick
No.
for the Harbaugh ball?
Okay.
That's the name of the episode. The Harbaugh ball.
The Harbaugh.
Yep.
Make your pick, Donnie.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's tough for the Ravens going across country and everything. But after being 0-2 to start the year, they haven't lost one back to back. So give me the Ravens to kind of pick up after that divisional loss.
Yeah.
You get that, Marshall? Being quiet.
All right, so that's picks. Donnie picked the Chargers.
Oh,
I picked the Ravens.
Donnie went Ravens. I'm gonna
He
go.
went the Chargers.
Ravens in the Harbaugh.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens in the Harbaugh ball. Oh man, I'm actually crying about that. You know what we didn't talk about though that we need to talk about is how John Jones is the greatest UFC fighter of all time.
Oh.
We gotta talk about that. Like how he actually might be the best fighter of all time. We gotta talk about it.
Who, John Harbaugh?
No, John Jones actually.
Going back, bitch.
It was funny the Harbaugh ball.
Yeah, it was maybe. I think it was funny
All right,
the
one
fifth
person
time.
trivia.
Good Lord,
What are these motherfuckers doing, man?
they're crashing out on us.
I'm like legit about to like leave after fucking picks wrapped up. Who are you taking?
Who, me?
Yeah.
In the Harbaugh ball?
Yes, in the Harbaugh Bowl.
Whoever named the episode, please name it the Harbaugh.
I'm taking the Ravens.
Coached by.
The Harbaugh ball.
John Harbaugh.
Okay. Trivia. I don't even want to fucking do it.
So the Harbaugh brothers. If it's Harbaugh related.
It's definitely not. Even if it was, I'm definitely changing it.
Right? Like, so it was actually Harbaugh related since Monday Night Football is.
Good Lord.
That was a pretty good segment. I think that should be a TikTok.
That
That
is crashing out like 101.
I fucking hate you.
You put it in the fucking group chat.
No, he named the fucking group chat the Harbaugh Ball.
Harbaugh ball. I love when Zach asked earlier this week. He's like, "Hey, can I ask you a question? What the fuck is the Marshall curse?" He had no fucking idea. He's like,
in a total
you
blackout.
guys talk about it all
Talking
the
about.
time, but I have no idea what the fuck it is.
I think it's funnier than fucking random memes we'll send in that has nothing,
Hold on 1 second.
anything going on but other than our conversation, and he just sees it and he's like, "That's probably funny. I don't know."
These were handed out at the game on Sunday. Yes, sir.
Ooh.
David Montgomery.
Fire.
Donnie wants one. He's actually got to say it live on
Rush,
stream.
Marshall, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I swear. Knock your shit off.
Donnie, if you want one, all you gotta do is say "Go Bowling Green" on
That
stream.
seems like a pretty easy trade-off to me.
Let's get into trivia.
Does that offer stand for everyone?
Dallas starts.
Go
If
Bowling
Dallas starts
Green.
talking.
Go Bowling Green.
All right, Dallas now gets the bobblehead.
Fuck yeah.
If Dallas starts talking about trivia now, by the time Marshall interrupts them 30 fucking times, it's gonna be midnight. So could we get through it?
I do have
Now you
a.
want to be serious after all the Harbaugh shit.
How about?
I do have a Jameer Gibbs bobblehead if anyone wants it.
Can we get into trivia, please?
All right, nobody wants it.
How about?
Okay. I saw this trend on TikTok I thought it'd be more of a game than trivia. But the game is called Cap, where I say I can name this many players of this position in 30 seconds.
Ooh,
and then
I have seen this.
And then Colin or whoever, I can do
it.
I can do it in or I can name more in the same amount of time.
Yeah, and then that player has to.
And then whoever gets called capped on has to do it. So we'll do like a test run. So,
what if we're all just tired and it's like, Dallas, you go, I can name one quarterback in the NFL, Cap.
Basically, yeah. So it would be like, for example, I can name 5 Lions players, and then
Cap.
if you don't think I can name 5 Lions players in 30 seconds, I have to.
Can we go head to head and I go versus Colin?
No, it's universal. It's universal.
Well, this is about fucking the 2010s quarterbacks for the New Orleans Saints. Colin's fucked. He ain't getting.
I can name one quarterback in New Orleans Saints history.
That's it?
I can name more than that.
Good lord.
I'm calling Cap.
Drew Brees.
All right, you said more than one.
All right, so what is it?
So
who wants to start?
We'll do NFL running backs.
Current or all time?
We'll do all time.
Okay.
So
can we use a current player or it has to be?
You can use a current player. But
all time.
But like I said, you have to be able to name that many players within 30 seconds.
Okay.
All right, Colin, how many do you think you can name?
I'm gonna go 15 in 30 seconds.
15 in 30 seconds. Oh my god, we might have a cap right away.
I kind of want to call it.
I'm calling cap.
All right.
I have the timer.
Yep.
Drew
Brees
Brees
should just be all time.
Drew Brees right off the top.
All right.
Tom Brady.
Colin, I do not think you can name 15.
Colin's got Google
running backs
loaded
in 30
up, ready to
seconds.
go.
And go.
Derrick Henry, Jameer Gibbs, David Montgomery, Zach Center, Amir Abdul, Theo Riddick, Kareem Hunt. Fuck, I'm only halfway. Shit. I got distracted by laughing.
That's like it's...
I'm fucked. I can't.
Keep going. How did we go from Derrick Henry to David Montgomery? Bro, then skipped 7 years and went to
Scarborough.
He went to Zach Zenner and Amir Abdullah, and then back to Kareem Hunt. How the fuck did that happen?
I was like, what random ass motherfuckers can I say that'll be funny?
We didn't get okay, Barry Sanders, Smith. We got Zach Zenner.
Bro, that's like, all right, name all-time quarterback. All right, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Mark Sanchez, Drew Lock. It's like, bro, we skipped.
There's no way he didn't do it. He still didn't do it.
I still didn't. I started laughing too hard, and then I had 15 seconds left, and I was like, I gotta name
Derrick
7
Henry,
more
Jameer
guys.
Gibbs, David Montgomery to Amir Abdullah and Zach Zenner.
We wouldn't have started laughing if you didn't say Zach Zenner.
Like, I love the poll, but there's so many things that could have been said before Zach Zenner.
I wanted to be funny about it, and that was my problem.
Donnie's face,
regular guys, you know.
Donnie's face was literally this. I lost at Donnie's face because he was like. He's like, he's like, he couldn't believe at what you just said.
I literally did a double take in my mind. I was like, did he just fucking say Zach Zenner?
Like, I love it, the Zach Zenner bit, but like this early?
Man, I self-sabotaged hard there.
Oh my god.
You got Zach Zenner at pick 5, dude. You should have cruised through 15 plays.
All right, so are we doing this again, or?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, we have to. That was an all-time. I think it should just be going. We shouldn't be doing it. Just
Colin, how many of this position can you name?
Colin started off high. It's like when you got. It's like if a fucking world deadlifter. They were like, all right, the starts at 200 pounds, be 7,000. It's like, whoa, dude, like, bro.
Colin, I'm not gonna give you advice, but you should start at
Why
one.
the fuck didn't I say Billy Cannon? I was trying to be funny. Why did I start off with Billy Cannon?
Why didn't you just start off at one running back?
Oh, is it still running back? Or are we switching it up?
I was gonna switch the category.
Okay, I'll do it this time, and you guys can call Mike, or we can go back and forth.
Fucking hard reset. Jesus.
All right. How many white wide receivers can you name in 30 seconds?
I'll start off the line at
all of these.
I'll start off the line at 5.
I'm thinking 10.
10.
I'll call your cap.
I don't know. This is Donnie's specialty right
It
here.
is Donnie's special.
Okay.
I already know who picks one it's gonna be, and it's gonna piss me off.
Oh, I didn't even think of him. Thank you.
Just gave him a freebie.
Well,
All
I got
right.
30 seconds.
30 seconds to name 10
Oh,
white
shit!
wide receivers.
I thought of like 3 more. I can think.
Let's say I'm just writing down that way I don't say the same name multiple times.
On your mark, get set, go.
Tom Kennedy, Steve Largent, Danny Amendola, Julian Edelman,
The wall.
Chris Hogan, Cooper Kupp. What am I at?
6.
Fuck. It's such a fucking wall. Chris Durham.
Didn't get it.
That is time.
That was 7. You said you missed. I was the only other people I could think of was like Wes Welker.
Wes
I
Welker,
didn't say Wes Welker.
Edelman.
He said Edelman. He said Edelman.
Jordy Nelson.
I was gonna say Jordy Nelson was the
I ran through the Patriots white receivers and I totally forgot about Welker. I just mentally I assumed I threw him in. See, I was gonna say 8 or 10, and I went 10. I guess that was.
Well, you could have said Lad McConkey.
I can't believe I didn't get a laugh at the Chris Durham poll. That's a fucking.
Well, we talked about him the other day in the chat when I mentioned him,
Lions 2010's legend, dude.
All right, what's the next one?
Let's do.
Oh, Andy Isabella. God damn it. There's so many guys now. I'm gonna think of white wide receivers all night.
Let's just do quarterbacks.
Again.
Regular quarterbacks.
All current quarterbacks.
Current.
Can you?
I could go. I bet you I could go 20
in 30 seconds.
30 seconds. I call your fucking cap.
I don't think that was cap worthy. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys didn't call cap on that, I was gonna say like 28.
I think we keep overestimating ourselves. I should have done a safe bet like 10.
Colin, you should have started at 1.
Hey, Colin called cap. So
you really should have started at like 3.
All right, Marshall.
How many? Someone keep it on their fingers because I'm on a roll through.
I got you.
On your mark, get set, go.
Josh Allen, Tua, Aaron Rodgers, Drake May, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Bo Nix, Gardner Minshew, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Deshaun Watson, Jameis Winston, Kenny Pickett, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, Marcus Mariota, Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush, Tommy DeVito, Drew Lock, Danny Dimes, Kyler Murray.
Okay.
First of all,
Kenny Pickett, which is I don't know.
First of all, this man Marshall would name the backup and then the starting quarterback.
I'm just going through the team. I'm just going through the divisions, and I'm going through the teams, and the first person that pops up in my head. It just.
Yeah, I was thinking starters because when he said Kenny Pickett, I was like, okay.
He said current.
Just current NFL quarterbacks.
I was thinking starter.
How many did I get? Was anyone keeping count?
I mean, you got 20.
Yeah, I think you were close to like 25 or something like that.
I lost count at like 13, and then you rattled off like 10 more after that.
Counting past 13 is hard. I will give him.
No, it's when he got like after he said Kenny Pickett, I thought like, does Kenny Pickett count? And then he went, win, and I was like, okay, he's got it.
I just went by division. I didn't get to fucking like NFC North and shit. Fuck.
All right, we can do one more if you like.
All right.
We'll do current wide receivers.
I would say 30 seconds. I'd say 18.
I could do 20. I bet you.
Hmm.
I'm not calling cap on that.
To
Colin?
be safe.
I was like, I'm not doing nothing.
5. I learned my lesson.
What did you say, Marshall? You said 25? 20?
I said 20. I said 20.
I'll say 22.
Hey, I need 23.
Is someone gonna get a 30?
Marshall or Colin, how many? Come on, bump up from him.
We'll go 7.
That's not.
Okay, I'll buy the bullet. I'll go 24.
I'll go 25.
Yeah, no, I think in 30
Now it's
seconds.
just a time thing. I'll go 26.
All right, I call cap.
All right.
I think I can cut it close. I don't
The
know.
thing is, like, the second you start to get around that
It's
number,
the
like, if
time.
you start to slip up, once you, like, thinking about, like, who you've already said, who you still could say, when you're trying to say that many, unless you, like, rattle off a bunch to start, like, you start
Yeah, but
losing
to
that
be fair
time.
for this one you shouldn't be saying because there's fucking what 6 wide receivers a team, and then there's fucking
True.
32. Like you should be able to get at least close. So
True.
as long as I
Alright.
don't fucking sleep on myself.
Get
All
the counter ready since we're not supposed to go
I have to say
20,
first
20
name.
he's got to get
Can
to
I just-
26.
26.
Can I just start? Can I just say last name, or I gotta get full name?
No,
I think as long as we
guys that
understand who you're
share
talking
last
about,
names.
Yeah,
I'll
you
count
can't say Smith.
Yeah.
Like
right, that's
Okay,
gonna be
that's
like
fine.
John.
Like,
Johnson.
like
Yeah,
obviously
it's
we know
awesome.
we know Smith by Devontae. We like AJ. I know what that means AJ Brown. Like shit
That's
like that.
fine. I will say.
Just gave him two
Yeah,
free ones.
I got you. Okay.
All right.
Tom
20,
Kennedy doesn't count.
26. 26.
Yep, I'm counting.
On your mark, get set, go.
T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, J-Mo, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tom Kennedy, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Andy Isabella, got Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Roma Duze, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Jordan Addison, Jamar Jefferson, Amari Cooper, Terry McLaurin, Robbie Anderson, DK.
Time is up.
Oh,
I
23.
wanted to get-
23.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. That wasn't
Fuck.
bad.
The
I knew you
the
were
re
right.
going back and
That's the
saying
thing.
I
You
even
started
if
saying
you
a
would
big number
you said
and then-
Jaden Reed's name wrong, I was actually gonna count it and you went back and said it. That slipped me up
If
a
I
bit.
wouldn't have done that, it would have been. I could have got.
But you see what I mean, Donnie? Like you named so many different people over like actual starters. Like you just it's just whoever pops in your head because you
Well, the
said
thing that helped me
you
is
said
I
Tom
literally-
Kennedy, J-Mo, and then Amon-Ra. It's like
I'm literally looking at logos. Well, that's one I think. I was just gonna name like all 5 that are on the Lions roster, but then I was like, no, because then I'm gonna be worried about like who's our wide receiver 7. And it's like
I would like to try for 20 to beat Donnie's 23. I want to see what
I did
can
say
Oh, okay.
I did say Andy Isabella. I'm not sure if he's on a roster. I think
So you just want to.
he might be out of the league.
24?
So.
Is that your goal?
do. Yeah. Sorry,
I want to see.
something.
Yeah, I'll see multiple people.
All right, Mark.
Someone
ready.
keep count. Actually, keep count.
Just gonna say the exact same names and then just add one.
On your mark, get set, go.
Amon-Ra, J-Mo, Khalif Raymond, Tom Kennedy, Allen Robinson, Tim Patrick, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, KJ Osborne, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Romeo Dobbs, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Roma Dunze, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, Puka Nakua, Cooper Kupp, DeAndre Hopkins, Marvin Harrison Jr., Malik Neighbors, CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Tolbert, fuck. I hit
He
Number-
beat me by 1, didn't he, Colin?
He did, yeah.
I hit a roadblock right there at the end.
Beat me by fucking 1. God damn it. As soon as he hit the I was looking at the timer, it said 10 points, and he was at like 19. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I was like, he's got this in the bag.
It's
Yeah,
hard, man.
I was like, dude, I'm not
You
even
have,
gonna lie. I was like, I'll name Amon-Ra. J-Mo, Khalif, and Tom Kennedy, and I'll keep going. And Tim Patrick and Allen Robinson roll off my tongue. As I was saying it, I was like, oh my gosh, I even forgot about them. So that's fun.
The problem with this is you get like 10 to 15 in the chamber, and then once you hit that, like more, it's just like fuck.
Just like,
that was my sequence, guys.
Yeah, literally. I'm good with ending it there. That was fun.
Dallas, you want to do one?
No, I do not.
I was gonna go something crazy. I was gonna say like kickers.
Oh, I
How many
probably.
kickers.
Oh, you know what? I could probably name 6.
7.
In 30 seconds?
10.
Bro, I'm trying to.
I don't think so.
I think you could. I could do 11.
12.
I think 15.
Cap.
All right.
Bet.
15.
Not gonna lie, I think this is easier than a lot of the ones we did.
15 kickers in 30 seconds. On your mark, get set, go.
Jake Bates, Jason Myers, Daniel Carlson, Eddie Pinheiro, Jake Elliott, Chris Boswell, Justin Tucker, Rodrigo Blankenship probably shouldn't count. Evan McPherson, Matt Prater, Romeo for the Vikings, Harrison Buckner, Tyler Bass, Riley Patterson.
Oh,
Damn,
he was
you were
one
close, though.
short.
Yeah, you got 14.
Did you count,
One
did you count
short.
Patterson?
I counted Patterson. If you count Patterson as a sort of a budget beater, you get, if you technically count Rodrigo Blankenship, who's technically a free agent, then funny that
My
Rodrigo
problem is
Blankenship came to your mind.
I'm not gonna lie. Well, the problem is I started looking at logos. That's what I do. I have like a wall that has some logos on it. But like some of the teams are the Packers who are on a backup kicker. Then we've got the Vikings who are backup kicker. Like there's multiple teams with backup kickers. So I try like, what's the backup's name? And I'm not even gonna try to remember a third string kicker's name.
Yeah. Well, that was fun. It's a good way to end off the pod.
You know what? Real quick before we end the pod,
Mhm.
a little bit of announcement for the pod.
Oh shit.
For episode 50, we are going to be announcing the first annual class of 2024, the Fourth and Wrong Hall of Fame class.
Hell yeah.
Bowling Green will be in there.
That'll be
I was saying,
episode
what
50.
exactly-
This is 46, so
This is 46. Okay.
What exactly do you mean by that? Are we doing like Hall of Fame moments, or are we doing like?
So
A
the way he
player.
described it to me is certain things we've talked about. So let me spoil one of them. Billy Cannon will probably make the Hall of Fame.
I will say Billy
It's-
Cannon is our headliner.
Yeah,
He's the headliner.
it's just things that have gotten popular in terms of what we've like
I'm
done
gonna
on the
buy a Billy
podcast.
Cannon LSU
Yeah.
jersey for that episode.
I think. How many things are we gonna do? Like how many things are we gonna induct?
I was thinking five individuals.
Dude, there fucking are. Billy Cannon.
Five.
That's crazy.
What did
He's
this man
shopping,
say?
He's shopping for a Billy Cannon.
Bro
jersey.
said, oh my gosh,
I'm gonna pitch. We should do like up to 10, but we should include moments. Like
we could do
obviously
like a
we should
special.
do, obviously. Yeah,
It's funny
we
enough
need
you
to- we
say
need
that. Your Stafford poster above your bed is
That-
actually making one of those moments. That's top 5 along, but number 1 has to be. So are we doing all-time running backs, or what are we doing here, dude? That's fun. And then honestly,
No, I think-
Harbaugh
I
might
think
make it.
Drew Brees.
Drew
I,
Brees.
Drew,
is
I think
out.
we had a
Harbaugh
couple this
cannot make
episode. Harbaugh is gonna make it. We've got I'm guessing Drew Brees every 10 seconds. That has to be one of the moments. It has to be. God, what was another big one?
You say fucking every 10 seconds. We haven't talked about Drew Brees like
I just said him.
naturally.
Because we are doing categories where
like
you,
a year.
even the dumbest motherfucker, could not guess Drew Brees. We literally did. He stressed current quarterbacks, and we even joked that you would say Drew Brees. So like that's
Derrick
what
Henry, David Montgomery, Jameer Gibbs.
Drew Brees.
You think I'm gonna go Barry Sanders? Zach Zenner. I'm here.
That one, that one's crazy. That was so
The thing about like that was intended to be funny.
Oh,
not
I know it
thinking
was,
that
but
serious.
it's just wild where you went.
It
from
was
what
the fact.
I thought
it was
about, like,
fear that
3,
you
4
couldn't-
guys, and I was like, who are funny former Lions that I could say?
It's
right
funny
now?
enough, like
It
you
was-
said, like what was it? 7 running backs. you
Could've
mentioned?
Hey, Don Terry Pope took a
I
couple
think he
snaps
said-
at running
thought he was
back
at, like,
over the
15.
course of his career.
It was
I
like
have
10.
Don Terry
I
Pope.
just know, like, because I could name
Yeah,
it's
he
just
also
like
threw a touchdown pass. You want
Barry
to put him at
Sanders, Billy
quarterback?
Sims, David Montgomery, Jameer Gibbs, Jamal Williams, DeAndre Swift, Zach Zenner, Amir Abdullah, Theo Riddick, Bo Scarborough, Joik Bell. Like, that's 11 off the top of my head.
I think I could do 15 just Lions.
Yeah, I easily could do
especially from
just
like our
Lions.
lifetime. Like, yeah, that was fucking wild.
Jamal
It wasn't
Jefferson,
the fact that you said,
Craig Reynolds.
it wasn't the fact that you said Zach Zenner to me. It was the fact that you said Zach Zenner and you could not name. You didn't name like any Hall of
It's 'cause I
Famers. You
started
named Zach
laughing.
Zenner.
Well, what y'all know about the two
Not
goats?
Barry Sanders.
What y'all know about the two goats, Javid Best and Kevin Jones?
Mm. And on that
That's
note,
1-2. We gotta have a real discussion. Is David Montgomery and Jameer Gibbs a better 1-2 punch than Joy Bell and Reggie Bush in Lions lore?
Yes.
I
Oh my
think.
gosh.
I think the question.
Yeah, we got a washed up Reggie Bush and a guy who was just a knockdown version of freaking anything. Like, like Joy Bell was cool, but like Joy Bell was nowhere near what David Montgomery is.
yeah, next thing you're gonna ask who's a better power back, fucking David Montgomery or Adrian Peterson for the Lions? Like,
Who was really the better Lion though, Zach Zenner
Hey, man.
or Barry Sanders?
Nah, dude. Hey, everybody wants shit. Don't shit on Joy Bell, man.
Yep, there it
Joy
is.
Bell. Joy Bell is a cheat.
Joy Bell was cool, but when he can average
Joy Bell
over
was-
4 yards a carry and get more than his best season was he played 16 games, 860 yards and 7 touchdowns on a 3.8 average. That's some Najee type shit right there.
And Najee's one of the best running backs in the NFL. So
And one of the best running backs in the
imagine if we put Joy Bell behind the current day Lions offensive line. He might go for 3K.
3K.
Somebody do the outro, please.
All right, that'll be it for this fourth and long pass catch. If you did enjoy, make sure you go check out all of our other videos. We are coming up on the 50th episode spectacular. That's what I'm calling it. It's actually going to be a 3-hour long podcast, so yeah, it's going to be great.
We are gonna have to go long on that one.
Yeah, we are going to have to go about 2 hours long, probably.
Because
so.
we're gonna have to do normal picks and then everything else.
Which, if we're going 2 hours long, this man Colin can barely make it through an hour without losing his fucking mind. Is going to be the craziest podcast. So make sure you tune in.
It's gonna be the best episode of all time.
Thank you guys for
We're
watching. We will see you guys in week 13. Have a good week and peace.